That's almost something of a glam stomper, that, from House of All. That is called Gaudy Pop Scramble.
You got it.
And it's great. And before we go into anything else, Martin, I do remember that it wasn't that long ago on Twit, you mentioned the fact that there was a B-side to Mouldy Old Dough, was it, by Lieutenant Pigeon?
Yeah.
That was a big influence on The Fall.
I think so, yeah. The Villager, it was called. No, The Villain, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we used to listen to that night and day on repeat to get that sound, you know.
Yeah, you can hear it. It sounds so unlikely. But, of course, I mean, Mouldy Old Dough in its own way is a great record, isn't it? But the B-side of it is just something else.
It is.
And so we do need to say at this point in time, apart from Phil, who is also an honorary member of Blue Orchids, all of the people in the room playing with House of All tonight are ex-Fall members. Some people out there might not know that. And when you came in and played for us the first time round, it almost seemed like you were working as not a cooperative quite, but, you know, a project rather than a firm and steady band.
Yeah.
Is that still the kind of mentality behind the band at the moment?
Well, you know, once you sort of take it on the road and doing this follow-up album, it kind of coalesces into a unit. So, you know, it's more of a band now. At the moment, for now, yeah.
Yeah,
We're all
okay.
happy with that.
Right, because, I mean, invites were thrown out to various other people who were one-time members of the band. Is the invitation still there?
It is, potentially, yeah, certainly.
Well, only it's
we'd
just...
mull it over.
It's just, you
Oh,
know...
well, hang on. Take that back.
I think having two drummers in the band, you probably don't need another percussionist, do you?
Depends who it is.
Well, it's me. OK, introduce the band, will you please, mate?
Yeah, we've got Steve Hanley on bass.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Brother Paul on drums.
Hello, mate.
Simon Wilstercroft also on drums.
Hello.
And Phil Lewis on guitar.
Fabulous, OK. And so, yeah, the second album is supposed to be a particularly difficult album for bands traditionally, but Continuum is everything that the first album was. You must be pleased with it.
Yeah, we're really pleased with it, yeah.
And when's it out?
It's out on the 2nd of April.
OK. And on Tiny Global, we need to say, a great label.
Yeah.
But one thing I have noticed, I mean, we were in the Fall together for about a year, Martin.
Yeah.
And when I joined the band, and after you'd left the band, you were one of my favourite guitarists, but you seem to play more guitar in Blue Orchids than you do in House of All.
Yeah, well, I'm concentrating more on the vocals, you know. It's kind of a very wordy kind of writing style I've developed for this band, so, yeah. And because we recorded the songs as instrumentals and then I added the words, so yeah, I'm just enjoying sort of just delivering the words more in this band.
Right, OK, fair enough. And so, and looking round the room at the previous members of The Fall, you are, Martin, the only one who thus far hasn't written a book about it.
No plans to either at the moment.
I mean, we've discussed this off-air previously, you know, about the fact that obviously, I mean, you knew Marc before The Fall was formed, and you formed the band with him in the first place. There's a very interesting story there. You've just not got it in you at the moment to get it out there.
I don't want to spend too much time dwelling on the past and looking back yet. At some point I might do, you know, but at the moment I just want to keep busy and moving forwards, really. It takes a lot of time to write a book, I believe. That's what my bandmates tell me.
Right, OK, well, that's a fair point. Though, having said that, on Saturday night, I will throw this over to Funky Si on drums, because both yourself, Martin, and Simon are going to be involved in a Q&A. Have you got a microphone there, mate?
Yeah, I have, man. Can you hear me?
Oh, you can hear you, yeah.
Great.
So, what's going on then? You're doing something with Martin?
Martin and I going up to Bury to Wax and Beans, which is a vinyl coffee bean shop. And we're having a chat with Smug Roberts. We're going to be playing some music, which people might find interesting.
It's going to be great.
They will come and see us. And, yeah, we're going to have jokes and fun. And, you know, it's going to be a great
Fun?
night. Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
Well, he's a funny guy, isn't he? Smug Roberts.
Yeah, no,
he
is, yeah, absolutely.
Right, yeah.
And so we've plugged that. I need to also mention Paul on drums, Paul Hanley. So, of course, you've been doing the rounds for your new brilliant, I have to say, brilliant book, 16 Again, which is all about your love for Pete Shelley and Buzzcocks. And you were a place and an organisation that we mention a lot on this programme is a rock and roll book club in Walthamstow.
Yeah, I was... did an event there on Sunday, and nicely enough, Richard Boone and Malcolm Garrett, who were obviously massively involved in the first incarnation of Buzzcocks, came along, and it was a brilliant event because obviously I was kind of in awe of both of them, really, because for me, certainly Malcolm Garrett's designs were the fifth member of the band as far as I was concerned. So, and as it turned out, he ended up designing the cover for the book. So no, I was more of a fan than anybody else in the room on Sunday. Really.
Did he design the badges for you as well? Because you're wearing your own badges.
I am wearing my own badges. Yeah. Sad as it may sound. Well, Steve Garvey wears them on the front of the first Buzzcocks album, so it's fair game as far as
it's all allowed then, right? Okay, so I will shut up now. We've got 2 more tunes from House of All, but the 12th of April would be the Leadmill in Sheffield, the 13th Stereo in Glasgow, the 18th the Dome in London, the 19th Hope and Ruin in Brighton, 20th Gorilla Manchester, 25th Wedgwood Rooms Portsmouth, 26th Esquires in Bedford, 27th Waterfront Studio Norwich, 28th Hare and Hounds in Birmingham. Al from Thousand Oaks, California's been on asking if you're going to go over there and play for them, which I'm sure if anybody puts the right offer in your way.
Exactly. Never say never.
Never say never. All right, House of All live in session. This is the tune that we actually played last night, Cuckoo in the Nest.